Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to direct your attention to the center of the field, where tonight we will be recognizing the Union varsity baseball team for the winning school's first ever WPIAL championship. Your players on the team: Grayson Blakely, Denon Bowen, Anthony Roper, Dane Junkie, Andrew Gettings, Mason Benedict, Rocco Galmanini, Ian DePietro, Ronald Clark, Aaron Gunn, and designated hitter for the game, Shane Rupert. All three are also football players who couldn't be here tonight. Now, who is starting first base in the championship game? Brennan Porter. On second base, we had Cameron Taylor. Out at shortstop, we had Tyler Starr. On third baseman, Joe Anarelli. In right field, we had Mark Stanley. In center field, Mike Gunn. Over in left field, we had Jackson Clark. And that catcher, we had Nick Vitale. And your pitcher and single-A player of the year, who threw a no-hitter with 15 strikeouts, only the third player to throw a no-hitter this century, Nick Vitale. And none of this could be possible without the Union coaching staff. We had head coach Bill Saunders. Our assistant coaches were Andre Jones, Jason Burks, Charles Headland, Bob Meeks, and trainer Trish. The baseball team invites everyone to the ring ceremony banquet on September 26th at the Villa. Tickets may be purchased from Ms. Vitale. Special thank you to those who helped make the banquet possible: the Union Area District and School Board, the Union Athletic Boosters, the Union Spirit Squad, Z Paving, S&J Tomb, and Valley Bulk Trucking. At this time, we are going to turn the microphone over to our state representative, Chris Sinato.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, to be part of history. And I'm here to honor each and every one of these young men for the great accomplishment in winning the WPIAL. These young men showed honor, distinction, both on and off the field. And that's what a true champion is made of. So I'm very proud to be here this evening to honor the Union baseball team. And I look back in history, and it has never happened before. I graduated in 1977, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you. So at this time, I am going to present the Pennsylvania House of Representatives legislative citation to the school, which will be on display up at the school, and each young man and coach will receive a citation as well for their great honor. So I wish you all the very best, and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Union WPIAL Single-A Championship baseball team.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL Championship game.
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the fourth-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions.
Ellwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn, fake it to Maple, keeping himself, coming near side. Can they hit him? No! I don't think he got it! Wilmington has won the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
You're on.
Coming to you live from Sox Russo Stadium. It's high school football on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Powered by LCAP. Tonight, the Union Scotties hosting the Ellwood City here at lcsportsnet.com. Tonight's broadcast of the Lawrence County SportsNet and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic. Maley Chiropractic, you deserve to feel good. By the Law Office of Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. By the Red Zone, score big at the Red Zone. By Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915. By Pontius Insurance, love the life you live, worry free. By Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty, people you know, people you trust. The Crane Room Grill, family owned and operated restaurant, brewery, and banquet center. By the Union Area Education Association, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. From Sox Russo Stadium, I'm James Dotson alongside Lee Moan. Lee, back at the grind yet again from a blinding Sox Russo Stadium. Why not?
Yeah, for at least another, 30 minutes or so?
Yeah, probably thereabouts.
Yeah, so we had a beautiful night, unlike last week where we had, about 85-degree kickoff time at, where were we, at Mohawk last week, and then on Saturday night at Neshannock we had the lightning delay for about an hour and a half. So tonight looks like it should be stress, worry-free from the weather. Should be no cramps, I would hope, and we should have a delightful football game here tonight.
No, we hope. It's
it was a rough week.
It was. It was a crazy start to the Lawrence County SportsNet, but of course loved every minute of it. And we have a battle tonight with Scotties 1-0 after their win over Mohawk 41-20 last week. Ellwood City, the only team in the county not to play a Week 0 game, so coming in for their first game of the season here tonight. Lee, we'll really dive into the X's and O's, but just looking at the fact, again, the Week 0 and these non-conference matches that the WPIL has set up the last 2 years, really, really awesome to be able to have this because you're getting these Lawrence County battles that we would not have been getting otherwise. This particular one, since 1944, that's the last time Ellwood City and Union played each other.
Which is amazing, and yeah, the WPL is doing a great job with its Week 0s and the Week 1s, so it's nice to get these rivalry schools be able to play each other. I know Thomas Jefferson's playing Gateway tonight. What a matchup that is! But have the Mohawks and the Laurels and Shenangos where you get the single ways and double ways. They don't play each other every year. Now they can play each other in the beginning of the year. It doesn't matter if it's single way or double way. These schools are still a big rivalry, and we'll have another one tomorrow night with Laurel and Shenango. It's a huge county rivalry. So much fun, brings the crowd out too.
And we also get to have tonight the Newcastle game, Newcastle against Quaker Valley, with our friends at WKST Radio joining us. That's the other game you can be watching live or archived at lcsportsnet.com here this evening. The Union Scotties marching band out there on the field. You got to see the during the pregame, the ceremony for the Union baseball team winning the first in school history, the first WPL championship, and a nice little ovation, too, for the no-hitter for Jake Vitale in that game. How beautiful was that entire scenario, and you have your brother catching.
Yeah, little ovation. That was a loud, big ovation, as he much deserved. But, yeah, brother to brother. I'm sure there's a song that says brother to brother, but let's have pause for our national anthem.
And remain standing for the alma mater.
The Union Area Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Devin Householder with your national anthem here from Sox Russo Stadium. Lee, Union against Ellwood City, only the 13th time the teams have ever faced off against each other, and the first time since World War II.
It sounds unusual, being with the Lawrence County. You would think those two schools would have played each other a lot.
You would think. Let's take a look at these two teams here, Lee, a little bit, and as we go on our Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George pregame show, the law offices of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. Your insurance company is not always on your side, but the law offices of LGKG are. Visit them at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. If we take a look first at Ellwood City here, Lee, a team that, there's no secret, it's not been pretty at times over the past 3 or 4 years. A 17-game losing streak, but a lot of stability they're starting to build in this program, which is great to see. At one point they had 4 coaches in 4 years. At least now we're getting consistency in the coaching and a big freshman class coming up.
Yeah, and plus you got a lot of starters returning on the offensive side and defensive side of the ball. Joe Lomenzo, as you mentioned, the coach here, also he coached previously at West Mifflin, Mohawk, and Blackhawk, now taking his 4th job over here at Union High School. He's excited to be here. Like you said, it all starts with the feeder program. The feeder program that won the junior high championship last year. So those kids are coming into here, and now it's time to start trying to hopefully get this Ellwood City program turned around. They've lost 17 in a row, trying to get that #1 victory here tonight to start off the season.
Yeah, unfortunately though for them, that they will not have their starting quarterback. He's out for the entire year. Ashton Wilson, who was the leading receiver a year ago, the senior was moving to quarterback this season. Torn labrum, surgery, he is done for the year. So we're going to see a combination of quarterbacks. You're going to see junior Nick Magnifico, but it sounds like the start's going to go to the freshman, Declan Gray, freshman who was the quarterback on that championship team a year ago. Big difference going from junior high to a varsity experience, but how about that? Get your shoes wet immediately.
It's all about winning, right? Tim Tebow did it, right? He wasn't the best of quarterbacks, but he knew how to win. You throw those look at Mac Jones, wasn't the best of quarterbacks, but just won everywhere he went. So freshman coming in, it's a lot different now. 8th grade coming in the 9th grader, but all he's done is win. So you bring that winning attitude and take your chances.
We'll see Declan Gray and Magnifico in at the quarterback position. Zach Gatto will be one of the main running backs for this squad. Connor Lukes expected to see a good amount of time here, but he also is out for this evening with an injury as well. But I think, Lee, that they're going to have to focus this year on an offensive line as much as they can. Returning 3 starters on the O-line, tight end Peyton O'Brien also in there. Those are going to be the two main, or the main focus of it is build around an offensive line.
Yeah, hopefully that line can open up some holes, because that's where the running games get to go. And so if you can open up the holes, you know, your basic runners can find the big holes. So hopefully these runners can, this offensive line can start gelling earlier tonight.
You talk about stability. Well, stability on the other side for the Union Scotties. 25 years now.
Amazing, isn't it?
25 years for Coach Stacy Robinson at the helm of Union. And, man, started off with a bang. And the special Scotties, I guess is the best way to put it, when you have a kick return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown, and a pick 6 in that game. 135 yards of offense. Doesn't sound great in a game, but they put up 41 points. It's because of those returns for touchdowns and other turnovers setting up short fields last week.
Yeah, you hear every week that the games are won on the special teams, and it's what the Union Scotties did. So Ellwood, it will be interesting to see how they handle the kicking game here tonight because of that, with the Scotties having that special time. We'll get in a little bit of Braylon Thomas. He was the star last week with the 3 touchdowns for 3 different ways.
Yeah, he was our the LCAP player of the game. It was Mike Gunn, the Melee Chiropractic play of the game with that nifty kick return. But that's what it is. They have the athletes and they have the speed for sure. It's going to get a little more consistent on the offense, and I think a big part of that is going to be just more time. Tyler Staub, a returning starter from a year ago. Position. He plays really well. Thomas, of course, sees some time at quarterback too. Jackson Clark, I'd like to see him get involved a little bit more in the offense. He did get a touchdown receiving along with his pick 6, but I think you'd like to see him get more work on the ground to start it out this week.
You can see some athleticism in him, so we'll see how that plays out too. But a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism on this Union team. It's with the numbers still not the best. Coming out, so that's a story here every year with the Union Scotties. So we'll see how the weather's going to favor him tonight that way anyways. So we'll see how the Scotties hold up here. Coach Robinson a little concerned about the numbers, but he is every year.
Well, as both of these schools are going to have to deal with, just because of the fact that you have, kids are back in school, kids are near each other, contact tracing is going on, and both teams missing a couple players tonight due to close contact with a fellow student who tested COVID positive. So it makes it for a tough scenario for both of these schools, to say the least. Nothing involved with the football programs, just everything inside in the school building itself at the moment. And I think that's something that we're just going to, again, have to see and deal with throughout the course of this year.
Yeah, I think it's going to catch into the wintertime and into spring, too. I think it's going to be a yearly thing anymore, it seems to be. But nonetheless, you do what you got to do, and do the best you can with the situation that's present itself.
The Ellwood City Blue Band playing the fight song as the Wolverines out on the field, and now making their way out of the locker room in the gray uniforms, the Scotties for 2021. And tell you what, in 2020, they sure liked being here at Sox Russo Stadium. Undefeated at home last year, Lee, and any other year it would have meant going to the playoffs, but limited roster or limited playoff spots last year made it tough. This Union team has a chance to do something really special at the start of this year. 3 games to start the year against 2A opponents in the county, too. Chance to make a name for yourself.
Yeah, it's either a good thing or a bad thing. They started off with a good thing last week with the win. So, Coach Robinson, he likes these county matchups, though. He wouldn't have it any other way. He doesn't care if it's double A versus single A. It's the chance to have the Lawrence County schools battle each other, because you don't really have much of a chance other than Shenango. Every other school's bigger than you, so it's nice to have Ellwood City come in here, the Union High School.
Let's take a quick break. We come back, we will have kickoff here from Sox Russo Stadium, Union and Ellwood City, here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hubbell's AV Preeminent Rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. During your from the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Their next move in a big game. Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Ponce's Insurance. Love the life you live.
Back here at Union High School, Sox Russo Stadium. I'm James Dotson, Lee Moan alongside, and Lee, it looks like Ellwood City is going to get the chance to have the football first here this evening.
Yeah, Union deferred, so they elect to defer to the second half. They will be kicking from left to right on your computer screen or your phone or whatever device you're listening or watching this game on, smart TV or anything else.
However you're watching, we're glad to have you, and we're glad to be able to bring you the LGKG pregame show. A law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers, Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, has been keeping promises for over 80 years. Call them at 724-201-1576 to let their team of attorneys guide you through the legal process, or visit them online at lgkg.com. At Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, we try cases, and insurance companies know it. Union in their gray uniforms will be going left to right as you watch us, however you're watching us, at lcsportsnet.com, on the Trib Live High School Sports Network, on Facebook Live, or on YouTube as well. Glad to have you any way we can. Glad you can be here.
Zach Gatto is going to be to our right, deep to receive, and Elijah McCain-Palmer to the left.
These two schools, Lee, just 15 miles apart, but they've only played 12 times in history, and not since World War II. In 1944, Ellwood City was a finalist in the WPL that year. Ellwood City also is 11-0-1 against the Scotties. The Scotties winless against Ellwood. Ellwood on a 17-game losing streak. Something's got to give. Which will it be? We'll find out here shortly. Braylon Thomas to boot it away. Low line drive kick is going to bounce at the 20. Taken there on the far side. That was by Palmer McCain. Not much room into the middle, and hit after about a 6 or 7 yard return. That's where Ellwood City will take over 1st and 10.
And by the way, Ellwood's only WPL championship, 1925, so 96 years ago was their WPL championship.
We'll take a look at the starting lineup. Your starting lineups tonight brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. and Castle Realty, catering to buyers, sellers, and renters in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. Call them at 724-301-1482. It will be the freshman, Declan Gray, the 6 foot, 180-pound freshman quarterback.
With the mullet.
The mullet. We know Lee likes that. In the gun. He's going to hand it off, and no room there. Stanley will make the tackle for a 2-yard loss. That was number 22, Elijah Palmer McCain, in the backfield. We'll also see Zach Gatto in the backfield. Nick Magnifico, you'll see time at quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Ryan Lambright will be out there as well, as also Dante Pierce. And across the line, Aaron Hobel, Anthony Baird, Donovan Stifler, Ryder Grinnan, and Ben Bobbert. Peyton O'Brien is the tight end. Jet sweep action here going is Mariacker. He's going to go towards the outside. More known for his defensive play is the junior Mariacker, but getting the snap on offense on the end around, give him a gain of 10 yards.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 35. Good job getting around outside. Did not see who sprung the blocks for the Wolverines, but a nice run there by Mariacker, and bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, 3rd down and a long 2, short 3 to go here for the Wolverines. That sun is brutal here at the beginning, so we apologize until it gets down below the tree line here at Sox Russo's. Always a fun time. I formation, handoff up the gut, and nowhere to go. Good job to fall forward, though, at the end of the play by Palmer McCain.
Antonio Ferrione with the stop. He was the initial person in the backfield grabbing those ankles and slowed everything down. He's going to be up short. So
decision time early for Coach Lamenza.
Not much for me. Of course, it is non-section, but I still say you're
they do now.
Situation.
Real quick, the starting lineup defensively for Union: Mason Benedict, Antonio Ferrone, who made that tackle, and Marcus Gunn on the D line. Jackson Clark, Nick Vitale, the inside back. Caden Fisher on the outside. Braylon Thomas and Mike Gunn in the secondary. Now we have whistles, and a timeout's going to be called by Union as they had some substitution issues trying to get everybody out onto the field properly.
And your timeout brought to you by Ponch's Insurance. Just like the teams go to the sideline to listen to their coach and discuss their needs, that's what you get at Ponch's Insurance.
Their next move in a coach calls a timeout.
Before you get into the conference season, which is coming up for both of these schools, not next week, but the week following. Ellwood City will host Shenango next week before starting their conference. Union already with the win at Mohawk, playing Ellwood and Neshannock before heading to conference play in week 3. Back to kick is number 4, Magnifico, it looks like. High snap, Braylon Thomas deep to receive. It's going to bounce at the 40, and getting out of the way are the Scotties. It'll be down there by Zach Gatto. Union will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Look at that. Let's take a look at the Union starters. Again, our starting lineups this evening brought to you by Michael Kirkwood and Castle Realty. Check out our current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. Quarterback Tyler Staub, a 14-yard touchdown last week, 16 total touchdowns a year ago. Jackson Clark in the backfield, along with Mark Stanley at the fullback position. The wideouts, sophomores Dane Jonke, Mike Gunn, and Braylon Thomas out there for the Scotties. And Caden Fisher, the tight end, will get the O-line after this first down play. Staub under center. Brings a man in motion, getting it on the end around is Thomas. He's going to try to get to the outside and does. To the 40, 45, 50. Look at that speed across midfield, and there's a well-lay hit as he was knocked out of bounds by a multitude of Wolverines well beyond the boundary.
Well beyond the boundary, and that could be an unsportsmanlike conduct there, too, because, I mean, there was no need for that hit about 5-10 yards out of bounds from that situation. So let's see what I'm assuming it's just going to be for the personal foul. But nonetheless, Thomas showing that breakaway speed that he had last week, getting outside, and Union starts off big. We'll wait for our call from our official. Looks like it'd just be a personal foul.
26 yards on the run, 15 yards on the penalty. Union down to the 25-yard line after just one play.
Yeah, no need for that extra hit.
From left to right, Robert McCurdy, Mason Benedict, Nick Vitale, Antonio Ferrone, and Jamel Mitchell. We also see a little Andrew Cartwright on the line here this evening. This time it's Gunn who will come in motion. He'll get the end around going the other way. Nice stiff arm to get to the outside. Inside the 20, cuts inside to the 10, towards the pylon. He's going to be just short, and there's laundry on the field.
Yeah, at the 19-yard line. See if there's going to be a hold. And interesting, James, you always see the hand to the face. The offense never gets called for that. Never gets called.
As long as you don't grab,
yeah,
it's fine.
But the offense can do it. Never understood that. Mike Gunn with a great run, but unfortunately, holding call on that outside.
And then the 10-yard holding penalty.
Yeah, that's one of the better stiff arm.
You could see it coming, too.
Yeah,
you could just see him lining it up. Mike Gunn, one of the players for the Union baseball team. That.
Yeah, Jackson Clark, Nick Vitale, Tyler Staub, and Mark Stanley along that baseball team.
Just your everyday 1st and 14. I formation, Clark dotting the I behind. Counter action. Big hole up the middle for Clark. Breaks away from a couple of tacklers and gets into the red zone.
always stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. Apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at Score big at the Red Zone. And we're going to score big here pretty quick, killing bees in this press box. We already got 2.
What's the tally? 2? Here comes number 3. Oh, barehanded.
Yeah, he's about the napkins.
Coach Manafrang is he's for it. Barehanded and all.
It's done.
Gain of 9 on that run for Jackson Clark, by the way. 2nd down and 5. And now we're going to have a whistle and a Pontius Insurance timeout. This time called by Ellwood. So 8:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Lee, a good defense. And interesting with the wrinkles, but, you know, we said it. The offense didn't get the big numbers. Not a bad idea. Get it into those playmakers any way you can immediately.
Yeah, that starts with the offensive line, and they created 2 big holes, or actually 3 big holes, one getting called back. So good job by the offensive line so far. Oh, what was that? Aaron Gunn, right? Last year. Now at Louisville. Yeah, did you get to see if he's got some playing time or not?
I haven't seen yet.
But that's right. This weekend's the first week.
Yeah, should be starting all this week.
Did not hear the
college
football or anything like that.
Well, and you know, early redshirt rules. Very interesting how that plays out, because you can be sitting the first 8 games and still play the last 3 and get redshirted now in
Which
a lot of these. Yeah,
I think it's a good rule.
Absolutely,
excellent rule.
The only difficulty is the fact that with a lot of these players in college getting the 5th and 6th year options, that a lot of these current seniors and current college freshmen having to fight big time for every single spot out there.
And now they can make money too.
We'll stay away from that one.
I'm wondering what Aaron Gunn would be sponsoring, you know.
Well, we'll call him. Coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 4. Scotties with the ball at the 20-yard line. Glad you can join us here at lcsportsnet.com. Gunn and Thomas to the top of your screen. Play action going the other way. Rolling to his right is Staub. There's a man open in the end zone, and it's going to be out of reach of Dane Jonke. And, man, there was a receiver open in the flat there, Lee.
Just couldn't get it to him then. Tried to force it into the end zone, incomplete. So
I apologize. It was 20 Caden Fisher, not 21 Dane Jonke.
I guess I should have looked.
As that intended. Well, you trusted me. That was mistake number 1.
Yeah.
3rd down and 4, likely 4-down territory, though Thomas did show a pretty good leg during warm-ups.
It's going to be a long year if I keep trusting you, I guess, huh?
5-receiver set as Stanley went into the slot position. Handoff on the jet sweep. Clark able to bounce outside, cuts in, and gets just enough for the first down. Needed 4, looks like he got 6, and a 3rd down conversion for the Scotties.
Again, that jet sweep using the athletic ability of these Scotties right now, just getting enough. So good job by Jackson Clark. 1st down for the Scotties.
6th play of the drive upcoming. And, well, that's part of it, too. You have to have players who can be playing at multiple positions to be able to put a Jackson Clark in the slot. Opens that up.
You have to, like, with this squad, they have to play multiple positions.
High formation set again. Handoff Clark going left side. Tries to bounce outside. Big block from Stanley on the edge. Still dancing inside the 10 before he's knocked out of bounds. Just outside the 5-yard line. Mark him at the 6. Another big gain on 1st down.
Yeah, good hesitation there by Jackson Clark. The hole he wanted to go through wasn't there. And then you saw Stanley with a nice block, and he was able to pop it outside. Had a little hesitation, used the speed, get outside, out of bounds. Big gain, 2nd and short.
It looks like it'll be 2nd down, we'll say 1 to go from the 5-yard line. Scotty's looking to take it right down the field on their opening possession here this evening. Gunn, the single receiver at the bottom of your screen. Clark. Cut back inside, loses his footing, able to keep going. He's going to get inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Looks like it will be enough for a Scotties 1st down, 1st and goal.
Yeah, Magnifico on the stop along with Anthony Baird, but not before Clark being the workhorse here in this opening drive.
Yeah, 4 carries. I'm not sure he had 4 carries all last week.
You wanted to see Jackson Clark get involved. Well, you got your wish, and he's performing quite well so far.
1st and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line. A nice time-consuming drive here for the Scotties as well, Lee.
Yeah, it's been about 3.5 minutes so far. Seems longer, though.
6:40 left in the first quarter.
Staub under center on 1st and goal. 5th carry for Clark. Bounces outside, now cuts in, and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Scotties. Jackson Clark from 3 yards out. 5 carries for 29 yards on the drive. An 8-play scoring strike for Union to start off the scoring this evening.
So Jackson Clark getting it done. Again, that offensive line as Clark able to go around that outside, break it into the end zone. Scotties with a great drive. About 3.5 minutes or so. Let's see if Braylon Thomas can put one through the uprights here.
8 plays, 66 yards. Thomas to attempt the extra point. Dane Jonke, the long snapper. And Staub will hold.
Yeah, Thomas looked good in warmups.
He has a long approach, though, I'll tell you that. A long run-up. And this kick, for all the good ones in warm-ups, that one not so much. Hits the bottom of the crossbar. Blame Lee Moon for that one.
Yeah.
6-0, Union with the early lead over Ellwood City. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Heats up. Make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
In Lawrence County, get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-30.
Kickoff taken by an up man at the 24-yard line, and good return on that far side by the Wolverines. That was Peyton O'Brien with a good return out past the 40-yard line, and we'll see if now Ellwood City can respond after going 3 and out on their first trip.
Yeah, coming up at the halftime, it's a Triple Live High School Triple Live High School halftime show. Don Rebel and Chris Harlan take a look at the week in a new. Well, actually, they did not get the read on this week what they're doing. Talking about.
It should be the players to watch this year.
Thank you, the players to watch. I got last week's read. But anyways, halftime, you can watch that. Plus, watch the bands.
Yes, watch the bands. We'll have the full performance for both the Ellwood City Blue Band and Scotty Marching Band.
Thing.
And now I'm questioning myself. Is it players to watch and then teams to watch, or vice versa? I bet you it's teams to watch. You'll just have to watch yourself.
Yeah.
At halftime.
So will I when I get home.
3rd carry for number 22, Palmer McCain. Not much room up the gut, but his best carry of the afternoon. Turned evening quickly. 2 yards on the pickup.
By the way, that halftime show is presented by SA Tire and Export Tire.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Nice to see the Scotty in the cheerleading form tonight.
Yeah. Wearing big number 44 out there as well. That's Mark Stanley's number. I wonder how Mark's lucky enough to be in the Scotty dog as well.
Related, maybe?
No.
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 Mark Stanley lines up in the left side of the defensive line. I formation on 2nd and 9. Another carry up the middle and a big penetration right up the gut by Mason Benedict for the loss.
He had a big game last week too, and he'll start picking up right off where he left off last week. Shot through that hole. The loss. Defense looking strong so far.
2 yards gain, 2 yards loss. 3rd down and 10.
It's a good night to wear that Wolverine, that Scotty mascot tonight. Nice and cool, don't have to sweat.
I'm just glad we got some cloud cover, some relief from that sun early on in the evening. 3rd down, handoff up the middle. First touch for Zach Gatto. Gets out to the 45-yard line, but it'll be a 3 and out again for the Wolverines after that 5-yard pickup.
Well, they're playing safe, aren't they? In third and long situation, you thought maybe Gray might give him a little opportunity to pass the ball, but they did not. And right now, it looks like they might be going for it.
Declan Gray, the freshman quarterback, making his first career start. And yeah, all he's had to do is turn and hand off so far. We'll see on 4th and 5 if Coach Lemens just switches that up.
Hey, why not? Game, it's only a scrimmage, so why not?
Mariaka, the wide out at the bottom of your screen. Action rolling this way. Man open in the flat, and it's going to be bobbled and dropped by Caden McClymans. He was open. It was a good roll and a good throw across the body from the freshman, but in the end, it's going to go out as a 4 and out for Ellwood City.
Yeah, it's a shame. Perfect call right there. McClymon's wide open. Unfortunately, you need the ball. Unfortunately, he had the ball, so big drop, big turnover for the Scotties, so they'll take over on downs with 4:04 left here first quarter.
The blaring loudspeaker here at Sox Russo's Stadium. Socrates Russo, how about talking with Coach Robinson before the game about his former coach at not only football but also track here at Union.
A pleasant conversation.
Here for the Scotties. Option look to the right. Staub cuts it inside, and he's going to get dragged down for about a 3-yard gain. Good job to string that out defensively on the edge there. Anthony Baird really sealing the edge.
And Staub lost his helmet, so he's going to have to come off.
And Staub saying that it was ripped off of his head, but
doesn't matter.
No call there. If it was a face mask, he could stay on.
Oh, yeah. But
so he will come out, and we'll see. Likely Thomas will go to the quarterback spot for this play.
That will happen, yeah. Yeah, talking to Coach Robinson before the game about his outstanding track career that he had here at Union High School. I think it was 1981. Yeah, 1981, where he won his 200 title, running title.
Still mad he didn't get other gold, though.
The 100.
Under center goes Thomas. Turns, hands it off to Clark. Big hole on the left side. Gets across the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Pick up a 4, 3rd down and 3 upcoming.
Yeah, Coach Robinson, he was favored in the 100, but he got a bad start. And unfortunately, he took 3rd. And he tells his players all the time, he said, you only get one chance to do anything, one chance. And he said he unfortunately failed at that time, but still what a great career that Coach Robinson had, and continue the great coaching career here at Union High School.
Down to 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. 3rd and 3, Staub will play action to Stanley, rolling out to his left. Now he's cutting back to his right, looking for a man downfield. Scramble drill, has a man open. It's Thomas at the 15, the 10, tiptoeing the sideline. He's in there. Scotties, 38 yards. The backyard play, Limon. What a ball.
To number 3, Braylon Thomas, for number Union, touchdown.
We're waiting for the fireworks, and we got some there.
Yeah, that looked like that play was supposed to be a little screen
due
out
to the
Jackson
pandemic.
Clark, but
This is crucial
Jackson
time you
Clark
can't get back.
line that it was not open, so
can keep
Staub
your
had
little
to
learner
create.
on track
And a
for
good job by
success.
Thomas to read Staub's eyes to go in deep, and Staub led him perfectly. And then it was all Braylon Thomas. 4th touchdown of the year for Mr. Thomas. 12-0 Scotties.
And looks like we got lights coming on in here as I bump the wall.
Doesn't matter to me.
Works for us. Scotties will go for 2 after failing to convert on their first point after attempt. Power set with Gunn and Stanley, it looks like, as fullbacks. Clark as the eye back. Play action rolling to his right is Staub. And he's going to go again on the scramble drill. Coming back to his left. Can he get to the pylon? No, he can't. Good job to stay with the play by Mariacker. Great linebacker, Mariacker. You're going to see him a bunch, but there's a flag on the play as well, and this probably is a crackback.
It definitely is a crackback. Is number 78, Aaron Hobel. He's hurt on that. Unfortunately, when Staub went back, Staub came around, got that block, and Hobel went down, unfortunately. So 2-point conversion is not going to count.
Wow,
concerns is just with Hobel right now.
While they tend to hobble, let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Been paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Of the Union Area Education Association.
And we want to wish all of our Scotties good luck this season. Go Scotties!
Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game. The Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
God bless.
3 plays, 45 yards as I step all over Lee Moan's cord.
That's all right.
Thanks to everybody here at Union High School for getting us all set up.
And they're going to assess that penalty from the 40-yard line.
For the personal foul, illegal crackback block.
At least that's what we assume it was.
Yeah, never saw a signal.
No, the referee never really gave a signal. Hobo did walk off, though. That's on his own power, so that's a good thing.
Squib kick takes a nice bounce to Peyton O'Brien going down the far sideline. He's going to get across midfield, and taking advantage of the penalty here are the Wolverines. They'll start in plus territory at the Union 41.
So let's see if they can get some offense going. The Scotties have been very good defensively here in this first quarter. Ellwood still not attempting a pass. Well, actually, the one pass that on 4th down that should have been caught. So let's see if they'll open things up with Declan Gray. The freshman.
Yeah, the freshman getting his first career start. They said we'd also probably see a little of Nick Magnifico in there at the quarterback position, but we'll see as this plays out. The freshman from the county championship team a year ago. One of, what do we count, 17 freshmen on this Ellwood City roster, Lee?
A lot, yes. I think it is 17.
About half of the roster freshmen.
Yeah, tough to win with 17 freshmen. Not taking anything away from the freshmen.
Magnifico, the second quarterback, he's at the wide out at the bottom of your screen. Fake on the end around, handoff up the middle, and nowhere for Palmer McCain to go. Stood up in the backfield, 3-yard loss.
Again, Mason Benedict beating his man into the backfield. Slowing things down.
So far on 2 possessions for the Scotties, an 8-play touchdown drive, a 3-play touchdown drive. Those scoring recaps brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Check them out. Joseph's Marketplace has got Lee Moan very full right now.
Yes. Had a pork sandwich there at Joseph's before the game. Brought you some cheesecake and some chocolate chip cookies. And
well, tough time on that handoff, it looked like, from Declan Gray to Elijah Palmer McCain, and another loss. Right now, McCain 6 carries for -5 yards.
The offensive line just not getting things done right now. It's another 3rd and long situation for the Wolverines.
Clock winding down here in the first quarter.
Yeah, we'll have our player of the game later on, sponsored by LCAP later on. Got some early candidates early on here, defensively and offensively.
And we like switching it up a little bit too.
Oh, you have to.
Had a defensive player for Neshannock win in the Saturday game last week, Peyton
well
Weaver.
Deserved.
Option look to the right, quick pitch to Palmer McCain, and well read defensively. I believe that's going to be number 20, Caden Fisher, making the tackle for another loss.
Almost a late hit there by Jackson Clark as he came in. I thought maybe the flag was going to come out, but did not. But great job by Fisher. And again, this defense has just been all over anything Ellwood's trying to do.
So after starting at the 41 of Union, losses of 3, 1, and 2 for the Wolverines, and Magnifico will go to punt it away.
Boy, he's way back.
It was almost an 18-yard snap.
Nice kick.
Side spin. It's going to take a bounce, and Thomas goes off his leg, but has plenty of room in front of him. Good tackle by Gatto, coming all the way across the field. At the 30-yard line, where Union will take over 1st and 10. And that was the last play of the first quarter. Union will have the ball in a 12-0 lead when we return after this break. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably.
Well, Lee, the first quarter numbers sort of speak for themselves. Union, if you can do the quick math here, running 11 offensive plays on their 2 possessions for a total of approximately 100 yards. On the other side, Ellwood, 2 3-and-outs and a 4-and-out for a total of 8 yards.
I didn't know if they would have positive yards.
Zach Gatto, 1 carry for 5 yards. Mariacker, the end around for 10 yards. Palmer McCain, 7 carries for 7 below. Option look to the left. Staub trying to bounce it to the outside. He's going to keep it across the 35, cuts back inside and gets the first down before he's taken down by Caden McClymans. 14 yards and a first down.
Yeah, we're just waiting for him to pitch to Clark. Waiting, and Staub said, no way. I'm going to cut it inside, follow my blockers, get that first down. Good read there by Staub. Now, if you have that opening, why take the risk of a push, the handoff or the lateral? A good run there by Staub.
Yeah, 106 yards for Union in the first quarter. Ellwood City 7.
Well, different than last week, huh?
Almost more yards in the first quarter for the Scotties than they had that entire game against Mohawk. Defense forced 4 turnovers last week. No turnovers here yet, Lee, but they've not a lot of first down either.
Coach Robinson not happy about something. What else is new?
Hand off to the fullback, Stanley, and that one going nowhere. How about some credit, though? Keeps the legs moving, does Mark Stanley. And no, that is not Mr. Mark Stanley, who is a middle school teacher at Ellwood City. Of course, the longtime basketball coach here at Union. Union basketball team fighting for WPL championships over the last few years.
Second down, Union.
Yeah, Coach, Mr. Staub missed the play somehow, and Coach Robinson not happy, and I think Tyler had to call something. It didn't work, to say the least. We talked a little bit about that before the game, too. Plays going in and not being the right thing.
Somehow miscommunication.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 after no gain on Stanley's carry. Play action. Staub's going to put one down the middle of the field. Behind the defense. Caught at the 20. Down to the 15-yard line. 6 plus 35 is a 41-yard pitch and catch.
Braylon Thomas again. Getting us beat. Perfect pass, and Union enter the end zone. custom apparel, embroidery, more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score
into the red zone. Scotty's trying to make it 3 for 3 on scoring drives. To the right, this time big penetration, but Staub just reverses field. Looking downfield, he throws it across his body. Mayan he passed the line, Limon. No,
yes,
that was close.
Yes, he was. The referee's going to say.
Yep. If the line of scrimmage is the 14-yard line, Lee, I disagree with the call. I completely disagree with that. All you have to do is have a toenail behind the line, and it looked like he was right at the 15 when he let it go.
I think he was about scrimmage. So let's see what the call is going to be. Or is it an illegal man downfield?
That would look like an illegal man downfield signal.
Yeah. So, yeah, the agree with that one.
So it looks like after that it should be a 5-yard penalty. Yeah, I think he's thinking the same thing. What do you mean it's not a loss of down? Which it would be, obviously, if it was a illegal forward pass.
Now, hopefully the referee will give the signal after this, but what a good job by Staub, though. And they're going to.
Well, if you decline the penalty, it's a touchdown.
He just went decline. Now they're going to go and talk to Coach Robinson. They put the ball back at the 14. How can you decline the penalty?
Declining the penalty. Apparently, it was an incomplete pass because they were putting the ball at the 14-yard line. They said it was incomplete.
Apparently, he must have had a foot.
Must have been. And after the decline penalty, Stanley up the gut, bulldozing inside the 5, dragging his way inside the 3. Mark him down at the 2-yard line. Got it now.
Yeah. So Mark Stanley said, "I'll take care of this myself." Team go up to the middle, rumbling and bumbling. First had a foot out of that back end zone.
Yeah. Also, I guess possible too. Bouncing the first one to come in to catch it, that type of thing. Yard line. Union trying to punch it in again. Lowers his shoulder, upended at the goal line, but too little, too late. He's in there for the 2-yard score. His second score of the season, 18-0 Union.
And the Scotties doing everything right here tonight. Offense looking very, very good compared to the first half last week. They're rolling here tonight.
Seven plays, 70 yards, 9:02 remaining in the first. About the only thing that hasn't gone right so far are these point after touchdown attempts. Staub trying to direct traffic again in the jumbo backfield.
Coach Robinson animated here.
Staub gun to the other side, rolling out to his right, now rolling back to his left, trying to buy as much time as he can. There's another big block. Corner of the end zone, and it's in there for the score. And again, getting blown up on the play was Aaron Hobel.
Happy about it either.
No, that block considered to be in front enough. We'll confirm who caught the conversion, but it's 20-0 in favor of the Scotties. We'll be back in a moment. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet Power.
We have childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Heats up. Make sure you have Road and the Shannon needs. From sporting goods to
to get a response.
Yeah, he broke a good job by him breaking tackles. Going to Scotty territory, and boy, they need some help right now. Down 20-0 with 8:50 to go here first half.
8:50 remaining in the first half.
8:50 left in the half.
Elijah Palmer McCain with 7 carries. Nick Ferrone and Marcus Gunn along the D-line. Mark Stanley, Caden Fisher, the outside backers. Vitale and Clark, the middle backers. Mike Gunn, Braylon Thomas, Lorenzo Mangino, and Tyler Staub in the secondary.
Yeah, Ferrone and Benedict have been having huge games.
Gatto on the end around from the wide receiver position falls forward back to the original line of scrimmage.
Ferrone again in the backfield, getting that ankle, tripping it up. Again, Ellwood City very conservative right now.
At some point, I know you want to break in your freshmen slowly but surely. At some point, you need to open it up.
Yeah, this game's getting out of hand right now. I mean, you have to come up with something here. Of course, when you're getting, you're getting beat up front though right now too, so not helping. Now play action won't work because if you're not dominating that offensive line, play action's not going to work. Let's see if they can come up with some time here.
Yeah, any run up the middle has done nothing. It's been a couple end of rounds that have gotten the yardage. Gray's going to roll out to his right. He's going to jump pass down the field, jump ball. How about that? Throw it up there. Let your big boy, Peyton O'Brien, the 6'2 tight end, catch it for the first down of the game for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Gray was under just big-time pressure. 2 men coming at him, and he just threw it up for grabs, but showed the strong enough arm to get it downfield. Nice catch, jump ball. Peyton O'Brien, as you said. Big first down for the Wolverines.
Gain of 14.
What, their second first down, I believe?
Just their first.
Or first, yeah. I wanted to say first, but then...
Didn't trust yourself.
No, I did not. I didn't want to trust you again, so.
We know better. Handoff up the middle, coming right through the gut. Guess who? Number 53 this time for the middle linebacker position. You got 54, 63, now 53. Nick Vitale. No, not Jake Vitale, like we accidentally called many times last week. Of course, you heard plenty of flack from Mrs. Vitale on that one. Big Brother is in the audience tonight. Again, the baseball team recognized before this evening's contest.
Yeah, that first ever WPIL championship and a no-hitter. How about that?
Vitale brothers, a big part of that no-hit against Riverview.
Yeah, you don't see that happen too often. No-hitters you don't see happen enough or too often, let alone in a championship game.
You get to see it every broadcast. You get to see that final out during the intro here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Another handoff up the middle for Palmer McCain, and fights forward. Give him a gain of 1 on that play. 10 carries now in the first half for Palmer McCain, but not much room. His best carry was for 2 yards.
Again, they keep trying to go up that middle, and they're having no success. I mean, they're just determined to try to get that started. So I would say definitely 4-down territory if they tried from their own 45 earlier.
As they wind down past the midway point here of this second quarter.
5:15 to go.
Certainly 4-down territory, you're right. Gatto in the slot to the top of the formation. That's where Gray's looking. Caught near the line of scrimmage, and big hit right away from the defensive back position by Lorenzo Mangino.
Playing that perfectly. There's Mangino, bring up 4th down. Remember, you won't miss a thing during halftime. We'll have the Ellwood City and the Union Marching Bands, their full performances alongside the HSN halftime show. And some fun, unique visuals. Well, not this week.
Not this week. We're hoping for next week. We're hoping for next week.
I talked to Mr. His dad.
Mr. Walzer.
Yes.
4th down, 11 to go. And yes, the offense out there. Gray, quick throw to the far side. It's going to be caught on the slant. It was a little bit behind the intended target. Good catch from Mariacker, but he's hit at the 25 and short because Jackson Clark laid down the lumber.
2 big hits. First Mangino, now Clark. Stopping them in their path. Don't give them a chance to get any extra yardage. Scotties come up big on defense again. They still have 4:21 to go and 2 timeouts here in this first half, so plenty of time to get some points.
Well, 7-play drive, but nothing doing. Oh, we have a moment, though. Remind you, this is not the only game in the Lawrence County SportsNet this weekend, Lee. We're currently showcasing Newcastle against Quaker Valley. We'll get you those scores as we go along. We'll also get you some out-of-town scores brought to you by the Crane Room Grill.
Yeah, check the bottom of your screen. They'll be scrolling along.
And around, and this one well read by Ellwood City. McClymon's the first one in there to slow him up, but it looked like Mariacker. He's going to play on Saturday, says the coaching staff, and he is the one who gets the big tackle for a 6-yard loss.
Yeah, it's really the first time you've seen this Ellwood City defense make a big splash play. No chance for that play to succeed, so Union 2nd and long.
I missed who it was on the carry on that one.
I could not tell because there's too many white shirts in front of the carrier.
Trips to the bottom of the screen now on 2nd and long, 2nd and 15 officially. Staub drops back. He's going to throw it on the wheel route and trying to get his head turned around, but just a little bit too late. In doing so was the intended target, Jonke.
Yeah, good defense there by Deontay Pierce on the play. It's a big play here for the Wolverines. You can force this 3rd down and get the ball in pretty good field position with a lot of time left.
Scotties 2 for 2 on 3rd downs.
Boy, what a perfect fall evening. This is just great.
Especially when it was about 9,500 degrees last week. I formation on 3rd and 15. We'll see if Union plays this one a little safe. Now they're going to go play action. Staub, throw over the middle, and it's going to be out of range. Thomas, the nearest Scotty to that one.
Yeah, he had to get rid of it probably about a second too early because Aaron Hobel was right in his face. And Staub paid for that one for hanging on to the ball. But good job by Staub, though. He hung in there as long as he could. He took the shot, knew it was coming, but unfortunately couldn't complete the pass, so Ellwood City does hold.
4th down. Thomas will go back to boot it away.
I would rush everybody here. I'd go after him.
Elijah Palmer McCain, another freshman.
What a surprise.
He's deep to receive. Thomas, he's going to tuck it and run. Comes to the near side, 25-30, and he's not going to have enough. And that's something that you know that the coaching staff gives an athlete like Thomas. If he thinks he has a chance, he'll go for it. But at your own 15-yard line on 4th and 15?
But you have a 20-0 lead, Mr. Dodson. I'm trying to look for something, okay?
You go explain that one to Coach Rob and see how that goes.
I'll never talk to Coach Robinson after a play like that.
Needed 15, gained 10, but yeah, turnover on downs.
He saw something. Thomas thought he could get to the outside, but unfortunately a bad read there by Thomas. So Ellwood City in business here. They still got 2 timeouts.
All at the 30-yard line, and still plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
Third time in 5 possessions, though, Ellwood has started in plus territory. Option pitch, a little too hot to handle, and I think Union's on top of it. No, Declan Gray able to rip it back away. How did he get back on that? What a play by Gray.
Somehow came up with the ball, did Gray, but more importantly, Ellwood City gets the ball back. Boy, almost a costly mistake there for the Wolverines.
Spacing in the option game is something that doesn't get talked about enough, Lee, and they were just a little too close. That pitch goes right off the grill of Palmer McCain. 2nd and 16 after the long loss. Mariocker's going to get the handoff on the jet sweep, going right to left. Looked like you had some space on the outside, but he's going to get dragged down for a 2-yard gain. Nick Vitale going side to side.
Yeah, Nick Vitale hammered him. Didn't get his arms around it, but he was able to bulldog him down. Good hustle there by Vitale.
Can we just keep a camera on Coach Rob 24/7?
Oh, you have to. I think you need to bring that extra camera next time we're on Union. Just have one just separate. Without a doubt. He's definitely a highlight reel.
Picture in picture with Coach Rob the entire time. Coach, you're not supposed to listen.
Yeah. Sort of like Coach McConnell, Char Valley. You just need that, that camera right on him.
3rd and 14, and Ellwood City is going to take their 2nd timeout of the first half.
It's sponsored by Ponch's Insurance. Just like the teams go to the sideline to listen to their coach and discuss their needs, that's what you get at Ponch's Insurance. They put their attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at ponchusinsurance.com. Ponch's Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. I'm sorry to chuckle. I'm just laughing at Coach Robinson. It looked like he was staring right at us.
I'm pretty sure he's not living worry-free right now. His team does hold a 20-0 lead, but
can't tell by his looks.
The always fun and animated Coach Robinson, 25 years at the helm. Youngest of 14?
Youngest of 14 kids. Yeah, and he was when he was an athlete here, he was compared to Tony Dorsett, which is quite the honor to be compared to him. So he was quite the athlete here in the Lawrence County Hall of Fame also as Coach Robinson. So always a joy to talk to him.
And the great stories. There's always a new story too, but the one we heard tonight that was just really telling was what he tells all of his kids is that, look, you never know when you're going to get this opportunity. You're probably never going to get another chance. Make the most of it every time.
Ellwood's going to try to take advantage of this turnover.
3rd and 14. Gray rolling out to his right, able to avoid a couple of Scotty rushers, but has to throw it off balance, and it skips in incomplete to Magnifico.
Yeah, he did a nice job just to get away. He was being chased by 3 defenders. It looked like Gunn, Fisher, and Benedict chasing him down. So Ellwood's going to be going for their 4th down. Again, looking forward to seeing the Union Band and the Ellwood City Band.
Little blue band funk coming at us?
Yes. Gonna be a fun halftime show. That's a great thing to hear about it here in the network. Feature the bands. Big part about high school football.
4th down, 14 to go. Declan Gray in the gun. His fellow freshman sidecar left. Coming in blindside. Huge hit by Junkie. Ball's up in the air. It's going to be picked off. Jackson Clark, his 2nd pick in as many weeks, and he wants to take another one to the house. He's looking to go across midfield. 1 man to beat. He's got blockers in front. See you later. No. It looks good now, but there is Laundrie back at the Union 24-yard line. Clark made it look fun, Lee, but he got a little extra help from his friends.
Yeah, one too many wrong blocks in the backfield about the 24-yard line. But nonetheless, great defensive play, though. Good practice anyways.
The interception will stand, but likely a block in the back call on Nick Vitale. Can't believe it.
Coach Robinson's like, what are you doing? I didn't do anything. Come on, coach. But nonetheless, it's going to come back. What a play, though, by Clark. It starts with the defense, though. Gray under tremendous pressure, just threw it up for grabs.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Dane Jonke for forcing that errant throw.
So Union should run out the clock here. 1:15 to go here in the first half.
Waiting for an official signal. We'll try to get you some halftime scores as they're coming in as well from across Lawrence County.
They're holding illegal block in the back, it looks like.
Your out-of-town scoreboard, by the way, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Grab a seat in the bar, the dining room, the loft, or outside on the patio. Plenty of room at the Crane Room. Stop by before or after the game. Place your order now. Order online at www.craneroom.com.
I might have to do that tomorrow night.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Little Saturday tradition. Again, we'll have the Shenango and Laurel battle from Glenn Pop Johnson Stadium, Frank Bonjavengo Field tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a little full right now from Joseph's Marketplace.
Yum.
Yeah, it was good. My cannoli was very good.
I'll see how conservative the Scotties want to be with $1:15 on the clock. Ball at their own 15-yard line. Clark from the slot coming in motion. He's going to be the option man, but it's going to be stopped keeping it down the far sideline. Spins away from another tackler, close to the 40-yard line. Big gain, and a first down stops the clock momentarily.
Now you might be a little bit more aggressive now. You got out of territory. Good job by Staub to gain that corner, 38-yard line. And Union's going to call timeout, sponsored by Pontius Insurance. Coach Robinson not happy about not getting that play in quick enough, as we have one player finally cramping up tonight. It looks like it might be Vitale down on the sideline.
Here's a quick score update for you. At the end of the first quarter, Mohawk leading Cornell 14-7. Also at the end of the first quarter, Newcastle over Quaker Valley 12-0.
Newcastle looking for their first win.
Again, those score updates brought to you by the Crane Room Grill.
After every home game.
And we'll have the Laurel and Shenango tomorrow night. Next week, you said we're going to be...
We should be at Bob Ledgy Stadium for Neshannock against Union. So we'll get the Scotties for 3 straight weeks, and that's a game that we haven't seen in almost 10 years.
Yeah. That should be an interesting ball game.
Always was a fun battle between the Scotties and the Lancers back when I was coming up through.
Yeah, and the Shannock, you never. Some years are single way, some years they're double way. One of those schools like Laurel, they bounce back and forth. And again, the 2-year cycle is going to be done again this year. So next year we'll have the new.
When do they announce those? Normally
usually
November?
December. Usually. Yeah, they're talking about maybe only 6 to 8 teams next year.
Well, the schools out west keep gaining enrollment, and the schools near Pittsburgh keep losing it. So.
Yeah,
Only 6 in WPIL, none in District 10.
So you could see 6A and 5A combining and then having separate playoffs, something in that line.
Trips to the bottom of the formation. Staub is going to throw it. Had the man open, and he just airmailed it.
The ball almost looked like it was tipped, but it couldn't have been tipped.
Just came out of his hand wrong.
Yeah. Boy, Thomas was wide open. Staub trying to explain to Coach Robinson what happened.
Yeah, the mixed classification, you see it up in District 10 a lot.
Yeah.
You used to have it in this area. The Tri-County North had 1A, 2A mix, but at that time you ended up at times having Union, the second smallest public school in the state, playing teams like Mars. That was a little much. 2nd and 10. Staub rolling to his left. He's got plenty of room in front of him. He's going to direct traffic. Looking to pick up a block, and smartly will step out of bounds at the 40-yard line, excuse me, of the Wolverines.
Give credit where credit is due. Mark Stanley picked up the blitz, and boy, he leveled that player that allowed Staub to get outside.
And a smart play by the senior, gets out of bounds, saves the clock. A gain of 25.
And you still got a timeout too, so you get plenty of time. Got to get down to about the 15-yard line if you want to stand a chance at a field goal.
I
I said stand a chance, okay?
I think the Scotties are thinking 6, not
well,
3.
yeah. But if time runs out, okay. Close.
Would like to see Thomas have another shot at it. Staub rolling to his right this time. Again, a lot of space in front of him. He's going to direct traffic, launch it down the field towards the end zone. Tiptoeing, touchdown, Union. Mike Gunn this time on the receiving end from 37 yards for the score.
Looks like number 7.
What a play there by Staub. Rolling out, just waiting. And Gunn, good job of tiptoeing in that sideline, beating the defender. Staub making it look easy right now with those long bombs, James. Right on target.
38-yard touchdown earlier to Thomas, a 37-yarder there to Mike Gunn. Those sophomore receivers, man, they are on fire.
We're not a Mohawk.
Thomas on to attempt the extra point. Union player trying to hustle off.
Again, that 5-yard run up.
Much better kick this time. Up and over the band's shelter, and the kick is good. 27-0, Union with the lead late in the first half. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP.
In Lawrence County, get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust. Their next move in a big game. Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned.
The run up and the kick caught on the run at the 20-yard line. Trying to cut back outside is Gatto. He's got some space across the 40 to the 42-yard line. 25 seconds remaining for the Ellwood City Wolverines. But another long bomb, Tyler Staub to Mike Gunn. 37 yards on that scoring strike.
So you would think Ellwood would probably just take a knee here, just run a play and get out of here and go talk about things, because things have not going the way they like here in this first half, trying to break this 17-game losing streak. Not a good first half, so time to regroup and hopefully come out in the second half a little stronger. Of course, Union will have the ball to start the second half, too.
That's a good point.
And they are going to take a knee here.
Do you call it a team rush, or do you call it a loss for the quarterback? Team rush for a loss of one.
I like team rush, honey, but officially I think it's the quarterback. But you do whatever you want to do.
We'll say team rush. The clock's going to wind down, and that will be the end of the first half. All Scotties here at Sox Russo Stadium. 27-0, they lead Ellwood City as the teams head to the locker room. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you won't miss a thing. It will be the marching bands for both Ellwood City and Union. On the field, Union 27, Ellwood 0. We'll be back in a moment. The Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP.
Audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
Up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say.
With the lead-off single from the 1997 album, The Color and the Shape. Here is Monkey Wrench. Next, the Blue Band would like to feature its dance sign with our next Foo Fighters hit. Here is 2007's The Pretender.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Mechanic 7, Southside 0. Now, right out. 7.
Blue Band would like to conclude our Foo Fighters show with a song off their 2002 album, One by One, with All My Life.
Also put three. Mohawk, Sept. Sorry, 14, not 7. Cornell, 7.
That's my concern, though. I turned off. Right. Oh, that's an issue.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lincoln High School Marching Blue Band! The Blue Band is under the direction of Mr. Lee Caldwell and Justin Miller. Choreography by Miss Tyler Westfall and under the field leadership of Riley Odom. And now, the Blue Band Funk.
Lee, how can you not love the Blue Band Funk for the Ellwood City Marching Band? Little Blue Band Funk action. Want to give a shout out to Riley Odom, Grady Smith, the drum majors for the Ellwood City Wolverine Marching Blue Band. We'll get to see them all the county bands coming up September the 22nd.
It's going to be fun.
Band Festival.
Lawrence County Band Festival. You said 6 o'clock possibly?
I believe it's a 6 o'clock start at Taggart Stadium. And we'll, all 8 county bands, usually Westminster as well, will be there for that. Very fun time to be able to bring that to you guys here on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Yeah, band festivals are always fun. You know, so I went up to the Butler County Band Festival a couple years up there and having the same thing, all the Butler County bands, and I'm sure the Newcastle band will be the last performing band, I would assume, since they're home school, I would assume.
I believe so. It depends, too, because it's also a lot of schools will actually go to Newcastle and let them host, even though it's technically their host year, just because of the capacity. But nonetheless, We'll be there
Should be
September
fun.
the 22nd. And with that, we go from the Ellwood City Marching Band to the Union Scotty Marching Band under the direction of Devin Holshauser. And before we start, got to mention, you got to take a look right in the middle of that U. Antonio Ferrone, offensive lineman, and now playing the quads out there. He looks like Animal out there with the hair. He certainly plays like it as well. We'll let you tune in. Let's twist again the show. Gabby Hott and Joseph Duralu, the drum majors for the Scotty Marching Band. Enjoy.
doo-wop group formed in 1955 right here in Western Pennsylvania. After singing together on an Air Force base in Pittsburgh, the group grew into popularity across the country. The Scotties will be playing their most popular hit, Come Go With Me. Marching Band is under the direction of Devin Householder, Scotty Girls Advisor Jessica Kosciuszko, and Majorette Advisor Diana Borowski. Woodwind Instructor Katrina Lewandowski and Drumline Instructor John Westcott. Drum Majors are Seniors Gabby Hott and Junior Joseph DeRallo. Scotty Girl Captain Junior Clara Hudson and Majorette Captains Seniors Marissa Kaplan, Kelsey Craigle, and Mackenzie Spurlock. The Union Scotty Marching Band is preparing to travel to Florida in February 2022 to perform in Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration. We thank you for your continued support and look forward to performing for you each and every week during
the Union Scotty Marching Band. And Lee, you heard there in the announcements at the end, Scotty Marching Band going to Disney World, and that means a little bit more to the Scotties. They were literally en route to Disney World on March 13th, 2020, and got as far south as, I believe they were in Kentucky when they turned around and had to come back, and that was when everything was shutting down all at once at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, I was just getting back from South Carolina. I was in South Carolina, say, well, there goes that game. Well, there goes that game. And then, oh, shoot, there goes Hershey.
There goes everything.
Yeah, and the whole world changed the way we know it. But, yeah, that'd be tough when you're all excited to get to go to Florida and you're on your way. And then it's like, oh, shoot, you know. So couldn't do it. But, hey, another member of that band, the football player, Landon Pegley, offensive lineman, not dressed for the football game tonight, but he's also in that band with the football shirt on, too. I want to recognize him also.
Absolutely. You got to love, I mean, small school,
yeah.
You have to do it. But, I mean, you love to see an athletic player doing big things, but then also the artistic and musical side of it. It's really fun to see.
Yeah, and I like the schools to be letting them do it, too,
Yes.
because some schools like, no, you can't, you know, you're on that football team, you're not going out there, but they give you the thing. Hey, I did have a question before we get into the scoring recap.
Yeah.
Sponsored by what, Cream Room?
Joseph's Marketplace.
Joseph's Marketplace,
yes.
Excuse me. Did you do the backflip when you were the drum major?
I did the back bend.
Okay. Oh,
I did the back bend, and
you paying off? Can you still do it?
We might have to test that out here, aren't we? We'll make sure the cameras are still facing out there as we give that a try here. Yeah, we I did not have the Penn State front flip in my repertoire, but I did have the Pitt Michigan State traditional back bend, and I had one of the big Q-tip hats, and I was able to get pretty darn close on a few of them. The worst, though, was senior night when it was remnants of a hurricane that were coming through, and it was about 30-mile-an-hour winds. When you have a hat that sticks up a full foot over your head, wouldn't advise it. It was not fun trying to do a back bend in that. No, but again, those are the things that you enjoy, though, those little kind of traditions, the blue band funk. I mean, that's something that Ellwood City's been doing for years. And you do an Ellwood City game, you see the marching band, you're ready for the blue band funk. It's just, those are the fun traditions that you get in these marching bands. I wish more of these bands would do the competitions. Like a lot of the county schools, Union especially, I know, did a lot of competitions back in the the 70s and 80s. They kind of have died down, but tournament of bands, PIMBA, those are still going strong in areas.
Yeah,
I'd love to
is
see
one
that.
Competitive band. I know that's one of them.
Mars has always been a really strong one. Seneca Valley, a really strong marching band.
Love listening to Seneca Valley.
Yeah, I would love to see more of that. I think the last one in the county that did a competition band was Neshannock back around probably 2005. I don't know. I think it would be fun to get that. And, hey, cheerleading is now a PIAA sanctioned sport. Competitive cheer. Why can't we get the bands a chance to go and compete as well? I think it would be a lot of fun.
I like it.
More people coming up from the Union Scotties, from their successful.
I was hoping it was another 50-50 ticket.
No, successful softball team making it to the WPIAL championships a year ago.
Yeah, I got a story later on about the 50-50 after our recap.
Well, let's take a look at the stats. Union, 116 passing yards, 141 rushing yards, 257 total yards in that first half. Lee, Ellwood City, 23 passing yards, 0 rushing yards in that first half for the Wolverines. A big difference there. Tyler Staub throwing the ball 3 for 8 for 2 touchdowns, 116 yards through the air. So he had a 38-yard touchdown to Braylon Thomas, a 41-yard completion to Thomas, and a 37-yard touchdown to Michael Gunn. Those were the completions. Leading rusher is Staub as well, 4 carries for 64 yards. Jackson Clark, 6 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown. Union with 10 first downs in the first half. Ellwood City with just 1. Declan Gray, the freshman, 3 of 6 for 23 yards and an interception. The leading rusher is Mariacker, Brighton Mariacker, with 2 carries for 12 yards. Freshman Elijah Palmer McCain getting plenty of work in the backfield, 10 carries, but not much working. 10 carries for negative 12 yards. Only 1 first down and 1 of 6 on third downs for Ellwood City. The scoring recap real quick. Scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. We'll let Lee brag about the yummy sandwich he had before the game today. Union, after forcing a 3-and-out on the first possession, goes 8 plays, 66 yards. Jackson Clark up the middle for a 3-yard touchdown run. The kick off the crossbar, no good. After a 4-and-out, Union gets the ball back in plus territory. Just takes 3 plays, a long rollout from Tyler Staub, 38-yard pass to Braylon Thomas. Made it 12-0. That was the score at the end of 1. A couple more long scoring drives. 7 plays, 70 yards. Mark Stanley with a 2-yard plow up the middle. Made it 20-0 early in quarter number 2. And then the 2-minute drill, starting at their own 15-yard line after a pick 6 was called back for a penalty. A conservative first down play on the option keeper. Staub runs it for about 20 yards. A couple other long runs for Staub. 4 plays later, they're in the back of the end zone. A 37-yard bomb to a wide-open Mike Gunn. Made it 27-0. And that's your halftime score. Your scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace.
And if you're not doing anything tomorrow, get over to Joseph's Marketplace. Last weekend, they're going to be barbecuing. They will have barbecue. They will have barbecue chicken and barbecue ribs are on the grill tomorrow morning. You can call in if you want. Call for advance. I had a nice barbecue pork sandwich today over there and brought some cheesecake and some cannoli.
Delicious.
But nice coffee shop over there.
Oh, the brand new cafe.
Really nice.
Yeah. If you haven't been out there to their new location,
my first time,
and especially with the new cafe that's been just about a year. Great stuff. We've not had anything bad from that cafe.
Very good, very nice market. I didn't have any need to go to the grocery store that's in there also. So it's a nice setup in there. So I will hopefully, thanks to my GPS for getting me there.
Take a to-go order too. You can go to josephsnc.com, put in that to-go order. I have a fantasy football draft tomorrow, Lee, and I'm not sure we have enough barbecue. I might have to go and put in an order for tomorrow.
That they say it's happening. So let's get ready for this third quarter.
Score is going to be rotating on the bottom of your screen by the Crane Room Grill.
Yeah, Newcastle up 25-0 at halftime.
Kickoff taken on the far sideline, trying to come back near side. I believe that's Staub. And he's going to get banged up at the 30-yard line. So not often do you want to see your quarterback taking a return, but I think he was also pretty conservative in avoiding huge heavy contact, but that's where Union will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Yeah, especially with a 27-0 lead. It's a non-section game. You get 22 players. You don't want to lose your quarterback. So we'll see how long Staub goes out here.
Well, how many real options does
a
team like Union have? What did you say, 22 dressed tonight?
That's what I counted before the game.
Staub with 116 yards in the air. He's in the pistol set. Mark Stanley now goes sidecar left. Stanley with 14 yards and a touchdown. Now he switches to the right. Jackson Clark in the running back position in the slot, and they'll get 5 extra yards. Let's continue to look at the starting lineups again, brought to you by Michael Kirkwood and Castle Realty. Across the offensive line, Robert McCurdy, Mason Benedict, Nick Vitale, Antonio Verone, and Jamel Mitchell. The sophomores, Dane Jonke, no catches tonight. Braylon Thomas, a couple of catches with 79 yards. Mike Gunn with a 37-yard touchdown completion, and Caden Fisher at the tight end position.
A lot of candidates for the play of the game and the player of the game will be handing out at the end of this one.
Check out the entire list on our website, lcsportsnet.com. It'll keep accumulating over the course of the season.
We have to hand out 2. We got about 98 to go.
That's the plan. Only the second penalty against Ellwood City in the game. Keeper on the option look. Staub trying to shake to get to the outside. Somehow able to avoid the Wolverine rushers, who end up taking themselves out on the Scotties sideline, trying to give chase was McClymans and Mariacker, and somehow Staub stays out of trouble and picks up a first down.
Now, when we have the Lawrence County Band Festival, are we still going to have a player of the game?
That's a very good point. Well, we can't give, we don't have enough Player of the Game T-shirts to give it to all the participating band members like we would want. So
It'd be tough to pick out a Player of the Game with eight bands, you know.
I'll tell you what, if one of the drum majors, and I hope everybody's listening, if one of the drum majors goes out there and does a front flip or pulls off the back bend,
you're getting a shirt.
You're getting that shirt.
Might hand out 3 of them.
I would give out as many as it takes.
I like the challenge, but you have to do one too.
I'll do it with him. Jonky, the man in motion, he'll get his first carry of the game. Cuts back inside, spins away from a tackler, gets away from another, and gets to the U at midfield. 10 yards and another first down.
Yeah, good spin move there, breaking the tackle about the 45-yard line and getting ahead of the 50. So Scotties continue offensively.
2 plays, 2 first downs into plus territory. Go the Scotties.
First and 10, Union.
I have to get our PA announcer's name here later on.
Cameron Owens, a touchdown for Neshannock as they've extended their lead now 14-0. Staub rolling out to his left, not much there.
Seen that all night.
Gets out of the pocket, away from Andrews, throws it down the field, but it's going to be out of room, and Staub got hit late.
Ooh. Don't know about that call. Looked like a pretty good timing there by Peyton O'Brien, but I think he's going to get called for the roughing the passer call.
I was looking downfield. I missed the hit.
I was looking right at the hit because I saw it coming. I wanted to see, but sure looked like it was pretty good timing. But nonetheless, referee disagrees with me, and should be a personal foul call. 15 yards is going to be a first down.
Of the 15-yard variety, that's going to be another Union first down.
So with the penalty, makes it 3 first downs on this opening possession for Union, though this one coming on the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Ball at the 35-yard line, first possession of the second half. It's been all Scotties, holding Ellwood City to just 23 yards of total offense in the first half.
Yeah, Scotty's been pretty good defensively in the first 6 quarters this year.
It's I formation. Gunn and Thomas, the receivers at the bottom of your screen. Clark, first carry of the second half. Big hole on the left side. First down and more to the 20, 15, to the 10, down to the 5 before he's shoved out of bounds. Give him a gain of 21, marked out at the 4-yard line.
Good blocking downfield there by Braylon Thomas almost, but it starts up at the front line. Clark breaking the tackles, and once he gets an open field, him and Braylon Thomas, what a great combination, but right that time, Clark breaking it in. Union enters the red zone. They make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the red zone.
They did mark it at the 4, first and goal. Scotty's marching right down the field.
Need some Windex?
Hit that for next week. Hand off in the backfield. I think that was Jonky on the carry from the tailback position.
Sure was.
Jonky on the carry may have lost a yard.
Stood up in the backfield.
Did not see who the tackle. I want to say that was Hobo on the tackle.
That'll bring up second and goal for the Scotties.
Yeah, loss of 1 on Jonky's 3rd carry of the afternoon.
It's a long afternoon.
Yes, it is.
It has been a long afternoon. It's been a long first week back at school for everybody. Handoff. Clark back at the tailback position. Falls forward back to the original line of scrimmage. Give him a gain of 1. 8th carry of the game for Clark, and only the 4th time that Union Scotties will have faced a 3rd down here this evening.
He tried to run over McClymonds, and McClymonds, a good strong tackle, stood him up at the 4-yard line. Well, play action, I think, will be coming up here with Staub.
A little rollout action.
Yeah, he'll probably roll out right, get pummeled or get rushed, and he'll probably turn around left and go to the backyard play, as he's been doing all night long.
It's worked pretty well for them so far.
Yes, it has.
In the red zone, though, not nearly as much space to work with. Nobody get a picture of this. Dropping back. There he goes, rolling to his left. Staub. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get to the pylon first. Tyler Staub, the 4-yard keeper. His third touchdown of the game. 2 in the air, now 1 on the ground. Staub from 4 yards out. Union extends the lead.
Again, he's having such success going to that left side. As Hobel, again, pounding his hands on the ground just late as Staub runs by him. Staub just enough to get in that end zone. Now the Scotties will go for 2 and try to get the mercy roll into effect. Let's see if they can get this 2 points.
They'll send 2 receivers each way.
You can come in front of me if
I'm
you need to.
going to have to.
Go ahead.
Stanley sidecar left. Staub will roll to his left, throw quickly and a little bit behind his intended target. It was Clark who was in the slot. Broken away in the end zone by Ellwood City. Score remains 33-0. We're going to take a quick break. Union in control here on the LC SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a schedule.
Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Meda Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen.
Union with an 8-play, 70-yard scoring drive. 4 yards for Tyler Staub for the touchdown. Nifty moves by Zach Gatto on this return, out past the 40 to the 41-yard line before he's brought down by Mark Stanley.
So the Scotties could not put the mercy roll into effect, so let's see if Ellwood City can come out here in the second half and come up with some offense. They've been very conservative in the first half. Nothing working for them.
Our starting lineup's brought to you by Castle-Realty.com. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. Freshman quarterback Declan Gray, 3 of 6 for 23 yards and an interception in the first half. Elijah Palmer McCain, and fellow freshman, 10 rush attempts, but for negative 12 yards as a whole. Ellwood City just 23 yards of offense, 0 rushing yards. We'll see if they go more to the air, open it up a little bit, or if they'll continue to try to work the ground game. They do this time with Gatto, and he had a hole up the middle on that run, but old Turf Monster got him. Gain of 1 on the first carry for Gatto in the second half.
Yeah, it might be a short recap coming after the game. Sure to tune in the Trib Live High School Sports Network Scoreboard Show. Don Robo and a cast of thousands. We'll have the scores from tonight's games, plus recaps and headlines from the evening's top games at Trib Live High School Sports Network Scoreboard Show at tribhssn.triblive.com. And you'll be able to see Mr. Dawson. Yes, I said you'll be able to see Mr. Dawson and his recap. And it might be a quick one if this keeps up. Yeah, I like that new version this year.
Yeah, as much video as we can get. Glad to see it with the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Glad to be a part of the network. Handoff to Gatto. Gets to the 45. Shifty moves, bounces outside. Quick as a cat. For those who habla Espanol, but then how do you say flag
El Flago
in Spanish? Gain of 6, but we'll see what the flag is after the play.
Numerous El Flagos.
Somebody did something or said something they ought not to.
Yeah, they might have said something in Spanish. I don't know. I'll tell you, if Gatto gets some room, he looks like he could break a couple, but unfortunately, he's not getting the room. That's one thing. It's been these first 2 weeks. The officials are sure discussing at length to make sure they get these calls right.
That Sharon University prep game has officially started, by the way.
The University prep did not leave Pittsburgh to 5:20 to go to Erie.
Oops.
And we have a dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike, on Ellwood City. So that's going to be their first. Yeah, they had some tough going last night to prep at Erie in a game up there last night. Game got called in the third quarter. That was prep in Erie, right?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, prep in Erie. That's why I'm sort of surprised to see prep playing. Oh, that was University prep playing. They're up in Erie. Or no,
Cathedral
Sharon.
prep.
Okay, yeah.
It was Cathedral prep, right?
Yeah, Cathedral prep, yeah.
One too many preps.
Yeah. And it looks like they got a powerhouse again. They already beat Erie earlier in the year 49-6. They're leading 49-0 last night.
They're always a powerhouse,
Yeah.
it feels like. So after the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, it's going to be 3rd down, 20 to go. Handoff on the jet sweep coming in the near side. Trying to get away is Brighton Mariocker, and he did get away from one, but company came a-following.
Yeah, that was Mike Gunn who forced him to the outside and missed the tackle, but the rest of the team came and brought him down.
No gain. It'll be 4th down, and the punt team on for Ellwood.
Yeah, Erie Prep, one of the best student sections you ever see. A lot of fun. Yeah, their cheer got outlawed by I'll get into it real quick after this play. The cheer that they used to do.
Outlawed by whom?
By the school and the District 10.
This punt off the side of the foot, bounces at the 50. Little sideways hop, and it's down at the 48-yard line by Peyton O'Brien. Union will take over.
Yeah, they used to have the male cheerleaders because it's a male school, but they would have about 15 or 20 of them, and they would go out and then do a man scramble, and then they would do the P. And then they would go scramble around and do the R, and then the whole thing, and the student section would just prep, after the whole thing. But for some reason, they're not allowed to run around like that and then lay down on the ground and form the letters for some reason. I do not know. I mean, it was one of the best things you would ever see. It brings the house down every time they did it. But the only reason I know that because I talked to one of the people who run Erie Prep last year in Erie. So I was looking forward to that the whole time, and they said, nope, not allowed to do it. So.
Bummer.
Yeah, I know. It was fun. Take away the fun from the school. It was clean fun, too.
So ball at the 48-yard line. What a hit up the middle by Donovan Stifler. That's going to be a loss of about 12 yards at the end. No forward progress given. And, man, that was a hefty hit on Stanley.
Yeah, 6 foot 270. He's limping a little bit, too, in the play. Holding that right knee, unfortunately. But, boy, he made a nice play, as you said.
It's a loss on the play of 13 yards. Fellow math teacher, you agree there? I know. One of the better defensive plays that you've seen. Like to see, even though you're down 33-0, still playing hard. Rolling out is Staub to his left. Gets the hips turned, throws it down the field. Gunn coming back to it, makes the adjustment, makes the catch.
And Braylon Thomas is down.
Thomas got caught up in it too.
Yeah, I think Thomas just got the wind knocked out of him. But boy, what a play there by Gunn, coming back for the ball in traffic, and Staub again hitting the long bomb.
34 yards on the completion.
And Staub's going to get stretched out a little bit here. Boy, Staub showing his arms, showing the strength of that arm here tonight. I think Thomas just got the wind knocked out of him.
Another member of that WPIAL baseball championship, Tyler Staub.
Yeah.
He'll likely be one of the top pitching options for Coach Bill Sanders.
I don't know who the third quarterback might be for the Scotties.
You're right. Both banged up on that play. It probably would be, from what we saw, we were able to see the Scotties in a scrimmage a couple of weeks ago, would likely be Caden Fisher.
Oh, that's right.
6'3" tight end, has a pretty good arm on him as well. Ball at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
5:12 left in the third quarter. First down.
5:05 remaining. We apologize for the scoreboard difficulties today. We'll keep you posted radio style as best as we can. I formation. Jackson dotting the I behind Stanley. Long count. Jackson will get the carry. Splits a couple of defenders in the backfield and makes something out of nothing. Give him a gain of 3.
Yeah, down to 4:35 here in this third quarter. Again, look to the bottom of your screen with all the out-of-town scoreboard going on. At the end of the game, we'll have our play of the game. We'll announce the Maley Chiropractic play of the game. All high school student athletes during their sports season, $25 per visit to their office. Includes an adjustment and are all therapies necessary. For full details, visit MaleyChiropractic.com. That's MaleyChiropractic.com. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Big play receivers certainly have kept Union in this game and then some. Handoff on the quick hitter to the big bruising fullback. And how about that? The safety wanted no part of Mark Stanley on that one.
I want him.
Quick hitter to number 44, Mark Stanley.
Gain of 17 for Stanley. His last run went for a big loss. That one right up the gut for 17.
Yeah, and Union's enter the red zone. Make sure you stop the red zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the red zone. I love it with Stanley getting involved. I mean, he's definitely your fullback. I love a fullback in the offense, but you got to keep him happy.
How many fullbacks do you even see nowadays?
I know, you don't.
And he is certainly a true fullback. He'll be the lead blocker on this one. Jonke at the tailback position gets inside the 10, down to about the 9-yard line. Give a gain of 2.
Clemens has had a nice game here tonight, in on a lot of tackles for Ellwood City. But unfortunately, when your linebackers making a lot of tackles, that's not a good thing.
That's true. These windows are a little cleaner. Down to 2:45 remaining in the third quarter.
This is why you turn the lights off in the press box.
Yeah, there you go.
But we're not doing that.
Still got to see the roster.
I know, that's the thing.
2nd down and 8 from the 9-yard line. Scotties can get a first down without putting it in the end zone.
Wait for the hand to go up.
Staub is going to roll and look for Thomas immediately. He's going to lob it up to him, and it's going to be short. Thomas unable to get back to it. There's a flag on the far side of the play, too, it looks like, Lee.
Wow, there is. The holding call.
Defensive holding, maybe?
Yeah, that's what they said, defensive holding.
Well, we'll have our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. We'll also have the LCAP play of the game. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. They're dedicated to enhancing the quality of life within Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty by mobilizing and directing resources to assist, educate, and promote self-sufficiency. For more information, visit them online at lcap.org. That's LCCAP.org. LCAP, changing lives.
Is Jessica O'Brien.
Congratulations, Jessica.
The winner of the Union Scotties sports sign is Tanisha Gunn. Congratulations. Signs can be picked up by the front.
Not sure what that was an announcement for, but a Ellwood fan and a Scotties fan.
Yeah, they won some sign. Congratulations.
Half the distance on the holding penalty lead. It is still second down and 4 from the 5-yard line, it looks like. Turn, handoff, Jonky, not much room there. He's gobbled up immediately. May have lost a yard.
That's the big man, Donovan Stifler.
Stifler, the 5'10", 261-pound defensive lineman, has made a couple of nice plays on this drive defensively. Third down from the 7-yard line, call it 3rd and 6. They need to get just inside the 2-yard line to get the first down. We're under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Scotties 3 of 4 on third downs here this evening. Thomas, the lone receiver. They'll bring Dunn as well as a receiver to the bottom of the formation. Pistol formation with Clark in the backfield. Option look going to the right. Staub pitches to Clark. Clark makes a man miss. Hit by Gatto, bounces off of it, and he is in the end zone. Jackson Clark from 5 yards out. His second score of the game.
I thought Staub was going to throw it to Stanley there. Stanley broke into the end zone wide open, but decided to pitch it to Clark, and Clark making that nice nifty move as the fireworks go off. Union in complete control of this one.
8-play scoring drive.
Time to work on the kicking game now.
Looks like Thomas will attempt another one. It was Jackson Clark who was trying to kick last week. Thomas creeping forward. Kick is up, and it is off to the left, no good. 39-0, Scotties leading the Wolverines with 1:15 remaining in the third quarter. Let's take a quick break, be back in a moment. You're watching high school football on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
In Lawrence County, get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
Eight plays, 52 yards, a 5-yard Jackson Clark touchdown run. There's your scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Check them out online, josephsnc.com. Mercy rule in effect. The clock will continue to run. Ball taken by Gatto at the 25-yard line. Bounces back near side. Another good return for the shifty senior running back. 5'9", 140, gets close to midfield where Ellwood will take over, but the clock continuing to run, now under a minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, only stop for timeouts, the change of quarters, injuries.
And sadly we have an injury timeout as Gatto, it looks like, is the man slow to get up. While we have a moment, want to mention, won't have pictures from tonight's game, but there will be some from the Neshannock Southside game. That scored now 21-0 in favor of the Lancers on the road. From Something for Your Wall Photography, nothing better than the perfect captured moment, that slide into home plate, crossing the goal line, the perfect dig. Concentration, frustration, elation, some of those all at the same time.
The big bend.
The big bend. Be careful, she'll go and find a picture of that. Heather Walzer wants to give you something for your wall. Check out select images from that Neshannock game tonight at lcsportsnet.com, and check out all of her great captured moments of the fans, the players, the band, the cheerleaders, all the above. Check them out on Facebook. Search Something for Your Wall.
I might have saw a picture of you somewhere along the way. I believe just recently. I could be wrong, but I think so.
Oh, I'm sure it's popped up.
Oh, yeah.
So with the ball ready for play, clock winding, this will likely be the final play of the third quarter. Declan Gray will go under center. Turns, hands it off, and nowhere to go. That's just been how Elijah Palmer McCain's night has gone.
Yeah, because Mason Benedict, another tackle for loss. Mason Benedict. And that should do it for the third quarter.
That will be the end of the third quarter. We'll step aside. Be back in a moment. It's high school football on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Been paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Trust. My father told me a long time ago the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
"12 minutes on the clock. That clock will not stop here in the fourth quarter. It's been all Scotties, 39-0 here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Alongside Lee Moan, I'm James Dotson. Our producers, Mr. Joe Morozek, Mr. Dom Summers, Matt Stanley running the camera, as well as Rachel Bowen. Handoff coming near side. Gatto is going to lose a couple yards on that play.
Interesting stat from Mr. Professor Briggs from Day 10.
Here we go.
Sharon Julius Phillips forced the switch from jersey number 0 to number 19. Number 0 is an illegal number in the PIAA.
Well, it was just made legal in the college game.
But not in high school. Not in high school. How about that? Well, and it's legal in the CFL.
But not in PIAA play. And why not?
I have no idea. Leave it to Professor Briggs and Bob Greenberg for coming up.
I'll tell you what, though. Even like the idea of a lineman must be numbers 50 through 79.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like that either.
Even that is just
I don't like it.
Bogus to me.
Yep.
Because you could technically put number 55 at the running back position.
You got it.
He can't catch it. He could still run it. Run up the middle, best run of the night for Palmer McCain across midfield.
Good job of hanging on to the ball. Not a good exchange there.
Give him a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down coming. Offense staying on the field for Ellwood City.
Yeah, why not? Down 39-0.
Fourth down and 5. Offense staying out there.
And our lights just went off on the scoreboard. There it is.
There we go.
There, they're back.
Gray will get the snap. Hand it off to his fellow freshman, and not much room there. Upended at the 39-yard line, or at the 44-yard line, excuse me.
By the way, since we have a turnover of downs, our PA announcer tonight, Greg Townsell, the exuberant Greg Townsell here tonight. You've been hearing his voice all night long. But give a story real quick while we got a second. Don Bromley was the PA announcer here for over 50 years here at Union High School. Never won the 50-50 here at Union High School in 50 years of high school football at Union High School. He said he gave $5 every week. So the math in me, he gave over $1,200 during his PA announcing career to Union High School and never won the 50-50.
I was waiting for you to say as soon as he retired that the new PA announcer ended up winning it. Or
no, I don't think Greg Townsell has ever won the 50-50 either. So in the history of Union High School, maybe back since 1925, the PA announcer might have never won the 50-50. I don't know.
Union's going to party like it's 1930.
Braylon Thomas in the quarterback.
Handed it off. Believe that was Jonky on the carry for a gain of 2 yards. The Union Scotties, lucky number 13 lead. They've never beaten Ellwood City.
Actually, that was Brandon Eppinger what they run.
Brandon Eppinger with a carry.
Yeah, they're going to get some subs. Yeah, Union's going to get their first victory ever. But we're not going to get our first 50-50 winner in the press box, though.
No, not a chance.
Nah. Not make my $5 donation every week.
The official chassis toss, though, is still alive and well.
Oh, yeah. You got the 50-50 next week.
You got it. Won't be tomorrow night. That'll be you and Tim Continenza.
Yes.
Up at Shenango High School. First man through will get the carry on this one, and running into a brick wall. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
33 that time.
That's Maddox Thompson.
The freshman. 5'8", 177. Good size for the freshman. Nice to get the few other players into the game now since we have a 39-0 lead.
Yeah, see Rogan Hupp in there on the offensive line.
All 22 will get on the roster. I'm sure Coach Robinson happy right now. He's got 8 minutes to get through this game and looks like unscathed through the first two meetings so far.
Third down and 9. Down to 8 minutes remaining on the winding fourth quarter clock. Well, messed up exchange. Thomas is going to make the most of it. Across midfield and wisely gets out of bounds.
And he pulls up
lame. I think that was
cramp
part
time.
Smart and part cramp.
Yeah, he shouldn't be going back in. Let Fisher go back in there. Yeah, he's going to hobble off. Coach Robinson trying to find out.
17-yard carry for Thomas. How about this, though? Scotties 5 of 6 on third down today.
Yeah, they're getting it done. Of course, Staub making things happen out of nothing. Now Thomas doing the same thing as he's going to limp off.
Number 55, Andrew Cartwright in there on the offensive line. One of a couple Scotties who had to change jerseys and change positions this week to become a line eligible. Muffed exchange and fumble on the play. You put in a new quarterback, and falling on it, I believe, was Damian McCandless of Ellwood City.
I believe you're right. Yeah, Fisher never had that ball in his hands. So the turnover.
Third different quarterback in the game. Trouble with the exchange, trouble with the cadence. Ellwood City gets the turnover. Gives us a chance to remind you, coming up after the game, we'll have the Maley Chiropractic play of the game announced. Maley Chiropractic, a proud sponsor of that play of the game. Remember, all high school student athletes during your sports season, for just $25 per visit to their office. It includes an adjustment and all therapies necessary. For those full details, visit them online, MAHLE chiropractic.com. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And timeout sponsored you by Ponch's Insurance. Just like the teams go to the sideline and listen to their coach and discuss their needs, that's what you get at Ponch's Insurance. They put their attention to things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at ponchesinsurance.com. Ponch's Insurance, love the life you live, worry-free. Yeah, I'll be listening to the, on the way home, I'll listen to the scoreboard show.
Yep.
I'll probably tune in on one of the Trib affiliates.
TribHSSN.triblive.com for that scoreboard show. Starts at 9:30, I believe.
Yeah,
officially.
WKST still. The Newcastle game is, is it? No? Okay.
Yeah,
Newcastle
won't be able to hear it on WKST,
okay,
but we do thank WKST for joining us here for the Newcastle Quaker Valley. Looking for a score update still on Mohawk. Last we had was 14-7 early in that contest.
The last score out of Newcastle was 25-0.
That was a halftime score.
Yeah, that was a halftime score.
Try to get you some score updates on that. Again, thank you to the Crane Room Grill. Game's coming down to the wire. Make sure you get it. Get your order in before the kitchen closes. Call 724-656-1553 or visit thecraneroom.com to see their full menu.
Well, Kennedy Catholic has some problems again.
As this handoff goes to Palmer McCain. What problems this time?
Yeah, player getting ejected. A little scrum.
Loss of 2 on that carry. 14th time that the freshman has toted it tonight, by the way.
Newcastle now up 27-0. Getting a safety.
Got a safety. So they've had a safety for them and against them in 2 weeks. Third quarter for Mohawk now, still 14-7. Yep.
Second down, Wolverines.
Another handoff up the middle, big stick, not a lot of room, and the rugby scrum just ends in a 2-yard gain for Palmer McCain.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Laurel. Had him at the scrimmage against the Scotties earlier before the season started. Playing Shenango. We had Shenango last week.
How about Luke McCoy, though? I'll tell you what, Lee. If he doesn't get injured his sophomore year, he may have already broken the all-time Laurel record. They play an abbreviated season last year that hurts him, and he's still, if he averages 140 a game, which is the way Laurel runs the ball is not exactly the most difficult. He had 155 in week 1 on just 5 carries.
Yeah, he averaged 30 a carry. That's pretty good.
3rd and 8 to go, trying to bounce outside is Elijah Palmer McCain, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. We're down under 5 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, if this offensive line can get gelling sometime, I'll tell you, Palmer McCain, you can see the stuff. Just need room to run.
4th down.
Again, the Scotties can start 2-0. Who would have thought that, looking at the schedule and seeing three AA schools in your first 3 games? Coach Robinson's got to be ecstatic. He won't show it.
I think ecstatic more than anything, too, is the fact, still 4 minutes left here, but getting out injury-free. Blitz coming in and trying to throw it at the end and not going to be able to do so. That'll be intentional grounding.
He's not going to call it, though. Did not throw the flag, though.
There it is.
Hey, there it is.
He was seeing if there was a receiver in the area or if it made it to the line of scrimmage.
I thought maybe, 39-0 game, forget about it. But nonetheless.
22. Same as 22. Mitchell. Jamel Mitchell getting that sack.
Yeah, should have never threw that ball. But
and it's so tough. Again, we talked about it last week, Lee, that a quarterback in college or in the professionals, if they throw that out of bounds, it's fine. In high school football, no. It still has to be an intended a receiver in the area no matter what.
Right.
You end up learning the hard way. But
you're so used to watching watching those games on TV, and then loss it down. So it's going to be 5th down. No.
It doesn't matter. Accept the penalty. Don't accept the penalty. It's going to be.
Yeah, just decline.
It's going to be Union football. It should be 5 yards from the spot of the foul. So this will be an accepted penalty and put the ball right at the edge of the red zone with 3:54 remaining.
If I'm Coach Robinson, I just decline the penalty and just go from there.
Take a couple knees.
Yeah. Well, you got 3:54. Still run some plays. But we need more than Jeopardy music.
You have a running clock, and you have a running clock that's now stopped.
Because of the penalty.
That would have been great to have allowed a penalty to keep, or allow the clock to keep running during that. But nope, can't get.
Not allowed. Penalties are part of the process.
Ellwood City today, 1 of 9 on 3rd down, 0 of 4 on 4th down. A lot of freshmen getting some looks early, Lee, and a good chance for some stuff coming along in the next couple of years, you'd think. It's just going to be some more growing pains, it looks like, though, for Lincoln High until they're able to get everything under control. It looks like timeout's going to be called by Ellwood City, another Pontius Insurance timeout. Thanks to our friends at Pontius Insurance. Visit them online so you can live the life, love the life you live, worry-free. PontiusInsurance.com. Final score from Neshannock. Oh, they missed that final extra point. We apologize. 27-0, the final score in Neshannock.
So they're
victorious.
So they're off to a 2-0 start.
So we're going to have a couple of 2-0 teams next week on the air, Lee Moan.
Before that.
That's
be if I'm at Neshannock.
At Bob Ledgey Stadium. I do believe that's going to be you and me.
Okay, sounds good to me.
If it's not, it'll be you and Mr. Campano.
Oh. I'll have to try Try to get him to laugh somehow, some way.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah. But that game looks good on paper, the Shannick Union, for sure. So great to be back here up in Lawrence County after a couple-year break and back up here in Lawrence County following these schools again. As you get the shirts ready, huh?
We're going to get the shirts ready here.
We have to figure out our player of the game and play of the game.
I have an idea. We'll talk during the break. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Caden Fisher in at the quarterback position.
He's going to wait for that arm to go up. 40 seconds. They'll stand there for 30.
That's right.
There you go.
Like, why? But the clock is running with the mercy rule. Down to 3:30 remaining. Fisher, smart, hands it off. It's Eppinger on the carry again. Gets down inside the 15-yard line.
Union enters the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online, redzonesports.com. Score big at the red zone. Saving tackle there by somebody that's not on my roster.
What number was it?
51.
Don't have that one either. We apologize.
Want to give him credit, but that's Bob again.
Fisher now under center. Hands it to Eppinger, coming near side. Gets inside the 10, down to the 5, inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Another nice run from the senior, getting some time here at the end of the game.
Boy, these windows are nice and clear to our right.
Yes. They gave me the best one in the house.
Yeah, if we come back to Union, which I have a feeling if the Scotties keep playing like this, we might be back at Union this year. We'll bring some Windex and see what we can do.
Back-to-back 8-yard carries for Eppinger. Now looks like Mangino might be dotting the I. And Fisher's just going to take a knee. He'll do that a couple more times. And
how about that?
And we'll wrap this one up.
So, nice move there by Coach Robinson. Of course, I'm a fan of trying to get some freshmen into the end zone, but I thought maybe give Maddox Thompson a chance to maybe get his first touchdown as a freshman, but nonetheless.
Yep, we got to figure out the play and player of the game.
Looks like you have it figured out.
I have that one figured out.
Okay.
Second kneel down as we're now just at a minute left to play.
And we want to send a special thank you to the Union Middle School Student Council who continues to clean up Sacramento Stadium after every home game. Please
We'll have the player of the game and also the play of the game to award.
Located by the front gate and stairs of the seating area. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
I almost want to give it to the, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think we might have to just because. We'll announce the LCAP player of the game and the Maley Chiropractic play of the game during our post-game show. But that's going to be it. Your final score, Union 39, Ellwood City 0. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. And it looks like the handshakes between coaches and the players kind of giving the tip of the cap before they adjourn to their respective end zones. The Union Scotties heading over to the visit with the marching band in the shelter. 39-0 in favor of Union here this evening. And Lee, it's just been, it was all Scotties from the beginning, to put it quite plainly. And they were able to do anything they wanted. A lot of good backyard plays, especially with the quarterback Tyler Staub going around, making something out of nothing, finding the big play receivers down the field. Had plenty of options for us to talk about with the play and player of the game. Let's first look at the scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Jackson Clark gets it going, capping off an 8-play, 66-yard drive, a 3-yard touchdown run midway through that first quarter, made it 6-0 Union. They double that lead on the next possession. Staub rolling out, finds a Braylon Thomas open in the end zone, 38 yards for the score. 12-0 to score at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, another drive, sustained drives. I think that's most impressive, especially when Union only ran about 20 plays of offense the entire game last week. Mark Stanley plowing it in from 2 yards out. The conversion pass good, made it 20-0 with 9 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Late in the quarter, 2-minute drill, 4 plays, 85 yards, just over a minute off the clock. Staub this time on the deep ball to Mike Gunn in the end zone, made it 27-0 at the half. Union gets the first possession of the second half, drives right down. Tyler Staub keeping it himself from 4 yards out, made it 33-0, another 8-play scoring drive. And another 8-play scoring drive after that with 1:15 remaining in the third quarter, made it 39-0 when Jackson Clark ran it in on third down from 5 yards out. The Scotties 5 of 6 on third down in the game. They're victorious 39-0 here tonight over Ellwood City. That means we got some awards to give out here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start with the LCAP Player of the Game Award. The Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is proud to present the Player of the Game Award to Tyler Staub, 140 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns. He also had 73 yards on the ground and a scoring run in the game. A great night for the senior quarterback. He is our LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP and the Lawrence County Sports Center are proud to honor Tyler Staub for tonight's Player of the Game Award. Tyler Staub will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Player of the Game Award. To view the list of this year's Player of the Game, go online to lcsportsnet.com. Click on Player of the Game. Congratulations, Tyler Staub, tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP, changing lives.
That choice was fairly easy. I mean, Staub was everywhere tonight. I mean, when he wasn't throwing bombs, he was scrambling for yardage. I mean, he really had that offense rolling tonight. So congratulations to him for sure.
Now, the tougher one was finding the play of the game because there were plenty of great options. We kind of wanted to give it one to a play that technically didn't happen, the long pick 6 for Jackson Clark, but he had a bunch of great runs in there as well and great plays on defense. So the overall plays of the game we're going to give to Jackson Clark of Union.
Yeah, so Jackson Clark, yeah, thank you very much, is our Melee player of, the play of the game. I'm sorry. Melee Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Jackson Clark of Union. Melee Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Jackson Clark for tonight's Play of the Game. Jackson will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game will also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Jackson Clark of the Union Scotties for tonight's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Trying to get some final stats here, Lee. I have Union with 140 passing yards, 209 rushing yards for 349 total yards.
Seems like more passing yards than that, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, wow.
But, I mean, 4 long completions. 4 of 11 is all he was really in the air, but they were all 38, 41, 37, and 34 yards on those completions. 20, as I do the quick math.
That's your specialty.
a total of 37 yards of offense for Ellwood City, 23 in the air, 14 on the ground for the Wolverines. The magic number now up to 18. You can see talent in this freshman group coming up, Lee. It's just going to take some time to gel, especially when you have your senior quarterback. He's out for the year. You have a freshman that hurts big time. Another senior running back out for at least this week, potentially another week or two. Coaching staff is hopeful that they'll have Carter Lutz back soon, but just obviously a rough scenario for this Wolverines team, and hopefully they can start to make the turnaround, because there's definitely some talent coming up from that freshman class. It's just you have 17 freshmen; they have to grow both mentally and physically.
Yeah, and it's going to be it's tough to play the freshmen, but if they get the experience and they got the talent, you're going to see good things in a year or two. But unfortunately, they got to get the experience to be able. And last word, we just got Mohawks leading Cornell 14-7, heading into the fourth quarter. So you catch that final score on the scoreboard show. And by the way, Stowe Rocks beat Jeanette tonight, 82-0.
You don't hear that for a Jeanette team
no.
very often, but it's going to be a long year for Jeanette, to say the very least.
Yes.
Special thanks here to everybody, all of our sponsors, for allowing us to bring continued coverage to tonight's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet, brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, by the Law Office of Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly & George, by The Red Zone, by Joseph's Marketplace, by Michael Kirkwood and Castle Realty, by Pontius Insurance, by the Crane Room Grill, by the Union Area Education Association, and by Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Special thanks to Coach Lamenza of Ellwood City and Coach Robinson for all their help, to Stacy Robinson, the athletic director here, Rob Nogay, everybody to help get us set up here at Sox Russo's Stadium. Our producers were, good job, Dom Summers and Joe Moroza. Camera operators Rachel Bell and Matt Stanley. A bunch of the Union Scotty students helping out with this production as well. Analyst is Lee Moan. This is James Dotson signing off and inviting you to tune in tomorrow night. Tim Continenza, Lee Moan will be at Glenn Pop Johnson Stadium, Shenango against Laurel. Your final score here one last time: Union 39, Ellwood City 0. Thank you for joining us here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.